It be kind of like the pretty shorties. You be like, damn, she bad. I had this one chick, right? She know who she is. Like, I was like, did you just fart on me, Joe? She ain't even say yes or no. She just, and I smelt it though. Like, I smelt it. Pop! Smack the shit out of her tattoo. From the artist's hand to the hardest floor. Tattoo talk with the tattoo doctor. All right, man. We live. Tattoo Talk with the Tattoo Doctor. Live in the Dog Chain Studios right now. This show is brought to you by Top Dog Tattoos, Moorstone Inc., and Backsplash Consultant. So make sure you check us out, all right? Today, man, listen, this joint has been going real good on what we've been doing, man, and I'm proud. And I appreciate the fact that I can actually bring on good artists and showcase their work, showcase their life, their story, you know what I'm saying, where they came from and where they going. And we're gonna have a little bit of fun in the process. So with that being said, you know what I'm gonna do? I want you to introduce yourself and your main style and the style that you secretly hate to do.
I'm tatted by Key. Started Top Dog around October 2025. Been here for a little bit. I would say my style like graffiti, like anime. I like cartoons. I like, the urban style, the new style. I could do traditional. But I would say the worst tattoo style for me probably be right now, just because I'm still getting into it a little more, like the realism.
Okay, photorealism.
Yeah.
You know what? It's crazy because that's a style that unless you started out in your drawing career doing photorealism, it's really one of the hardest, challenges in tattooing. So it's not uncommon for somebody to not be comfortable, doing that, especially when you're doing anime, a new school, things like that. So ain't nothing wrong with that, man. What made you choose tattooing instead of getting a regular job? You know what I'm saying? Like you like 6'7", right? You could be doing security or something somewhere. What made you decide to be a tattoo artist?
I've been drawing all my life though. I've been drawing since birth pretty much. I think my mom got me a coloring book around like 4 or 5, and it's been a wrap ever since.
Okay. All right. So look, how bad was your very first tattoo? Was it a dumpster fire, or would you consider it a minor tragedy?
Like a little minor tragedy, only because I feel like my style now, I could have did way more, like way different. I could have did it different.
Okay.
Yeah.
My very first tattoo I did was a dumpster fire. It was so bad I almost wanted to, it was so bad I wanted to quit. I didn't even want a tattoo. You know what I'm saying? So, I did that whole story on episode 1. So check out episode 1 if you want to see a story about that one. But it was definitely a dumpster fire. But I feel as though, you know what? Mistakes are always made when you first start something. So keep it up.
My first tattoo, I think I did, it was like a clock on my friend. I call him 50.
I was just about to ask.
Yeah, I call him 50.
Are you and 50 still cool to this day?
Yeah, that's my dog. He be hooping and stuff.
He wasn't mad when he did his first tat?
Nah, he was like, yeah, you could,
You
practice
come
on
fix
me
it up
for
later.
the first day.
You come back and fix it
and
up when
after
you
a while,
get good.
I started just doing tats on him. So that was kind of like my practice dummy for real. But it was my dog though. He's still my dog, so.
All right. What tattoo trim makes you go, ugh, even before you start stenciling it?
Ooh. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I did a few flashes on. I don't know. I did a flash recently. I just don't like for real, but I always do it.
Which one was it?
It was the Sideshow Bob one with the.
Oh yeah, the black.
Oh, the black. It takes
shit,
forever just to do that black.
Just mag that bitch out.
I gotta switch needles.
Ah, yeah, true.
I can save it for a bigger piece.
I say, I'm only using one cartridge for that special.
Nah, for real.
You get one cartridge. You come for that special.
Just slow the voltage.
One cartridge. You gonna make it work. You might start it off. Might use a 7-round shader.
Yeah.
Start that joint off. What's the worst pain tolerance that you've ever witnessed?
Recently, I just did somebody's neck tattoo. Man, I could barely get through that joint. And she was trying to get a second one after that, too. I was like, nah, I ain't even going.
So, look, listen. I did this tattoo party around Berry Farms back in the day. And I hope you watching this, too. Cause I promise you, I told you I'm going to blast this joint. It was a young lady got a tat. And the minute I started tatting her, it was so crazy. The minute I started tatting her, she started doing the Sammy Davis Jr. joint. You know, she started going like and listen, if you go on my Instagram, Tattoo Doctor, and you go down far enough, I actually put her on live because it was so funny when she was getting it done. But when she started getting it done, she would go. I was like, what the fuck? And I'd be like,
stop right in
you want me to stop? Like, are you okay? She'd be like, nah, just finish it. And I started tattooing again. I was like, man, I gotta put you on live. I'm sorry, I really gotta put you on live, Joe. So that was like, I guess the worst pain tolerance because it happened as soon as I touched her skin. Like for real, I didn't want to even finish it. But every time I stopped, she was like, go ahead. And then as soon as I do, she was like, it was a whole. I'm talking Sammy Davis Jr. You know how Sammy Davis Jr. used to be. She was looking just like him, man. I was like, God damn. What's the longest tattoo session you've ever done?
Tab out session, I was like 16 hours.
16 hours?
Yeah.
And
it's very long.
Was it ever a situation where you just was like done? How long did it take for you to be done with the tattoo? Even though it was 16 hours of a tattoo session, but you know, sometimes you be done a little bit before that 16 hours. How long did it take for you to be done with that part?
Like done with all the tats or like a few of them or I took breaks in between, you know.
Okay.
Probably took me really in a 20-hour span, like the whole time. Most of the time it was 16 hours tatting.
What was it?
So I did somebody's full sleeve, and they did a leg tattoo.
Oh shit!
So yeah, it took a while.
Okay. What tattoo? What tattoo pushed you to your absolute limit? Like, has there ever been a tattoo that just pushed you to your limit?
It was this one joint I did. I actually didn't think it was gonna do good when I posted it, but it was a rose tattoo I did on my man's, and I didn't have any lining needles, so I had to shade the whole thing, like even with the color, and it was a little pink diamond. You probably see it on my page, but it's the pink diamond one with the two red and orange roses on it. Man, I had to use all shading, like a whole mag on all that. I didn't have any lining needles.
Yeah.
And I was independent around that time, so it wasn't.
You had to make it work.
Yeah, I had to make it work.
I had to. That's crazy because the one that pushed me to my limit was a small ass tattoo, but same thing. I ran out of lining needles, and I this is back in my days. I used to do too much, but I tried to line that bitch with a 15 mag. And it was a little one of them got the peanut butter and the other one one of them got the bread with the peanut butter on it, the other one got the bread with the jelly on it. It was like the little simplest tattoo, but because I ain't have what I needed, and they were like pressing to get the joint done. You know what I'm saying? I told them, I was like, you know, I can do your joint, you know, tomorrow. You know what I'm saying, or whatever the case is. They was like, nah, but we came out here. I was like, yeah, what else? Okay, you want me to? All right, bet, got you. I was like, fuck it, try to line that joint. That was the limit of my shit. I realized that sometimes, man, you know, you can maneuver through things and make things work. But sometimes you need the right tools to do the right job.
Yeah.
You can't go in, you know what I'm saying, with a hammer and when you need a Phillips screwdriver.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know, what's something that clients thinks is easy, but it's actually gives you hell to do? But the clients think it's easy.
Them fine line pieces.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you have to be so precise with those lines, and you could get blowouts, and sometimes you might get distracted or something, and you can't even.
Dog, for real, the people think that the special is easy, but it's mostly line work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's mostly things that you gotta hit it the first pass. You don't get 2 or 3 times to make it work. You gotta hit that thing hard. You gotta hit it right and make it tight the first time.
You gotta hit that thing hard. You gotta hit it right. And make it tight the first time.
So, yeah, definitely. Yeah. But wildest request somebody asked you, and they were dead ass serious.
Somebody wanted a armpit tat.
Okay.
They wanted a spider web.
On the armpit?
I felt kind of weird about that though.
You did it?
Yeah, cause it's just, I guess, I don't know.
You had to
I was
shave
next
you had
to
to shave the
him.
hair, so you shaved his armpit?
I was next to him and it was just funky the whole time.
You shaved the funky ass armpit, bro? You must have
I needed the bread. I needed the bread.
The thing niggas different. I thought it was bad tatting that fat woman butthole.
Oh no.
You tatted a man armpit. A stinky armpit.
Oh no.
You tatted a man funky armpit. You
they
know you gotta shave the armpit first. You gotta shave a man armpit.
And then they ain't have no deodorant.
I wouldn't have did it, bro. I'm sorry, yeah. I don't think I would have did it, bro. Like, real talk. Like listen, you guys. Quick little message. Don't come in a tattoo shop funky, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't torture your tattoo artist, man. You know, fellas, if you've been playing basketball all day and football and you smell like balls after basketball, then don't come in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get in that shower, man. Get in that water. You know what I'm saying? Clean yourself.
Yes,
You feel what I'm saying? Ladies, you know, if you are there, don't bring it here. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, wash your ass.
That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
If you don't
I
have time.
had one joint, right? And she came all the way from so it was crazy because I kind of give her, you know, she came all the way from South Carolina to get a tattoo. She came all the way out from South Carolina. I was flattered. You know what I'm saying? You just came just for a tat. You know what I'm saying? And pretty little joint, man. Pretty little joint. You feel me? Nice little thick joint. You feel me? Came out that joint, get a tat, man. She got her lower back tatted, bro. Smelled like straight boom, boom, boom. She smelled like butt. I was like, oh, yeah. Oh,
she didn't wash her ass?
Either she didn't wash it or maybe the drive from South Carolina here for a tat, you know. She probably just jumped in the car, thought she was all right. You sitting in the car, you know, she had a nice size posterior.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? You know, so he probably was sitting in that chair for a little too long. That thing was roasting in that South Carolina sun on the highway. She got to the shop, boy. She got to DC, boy. That thing smelled like a booty. It was bad, you know what I'm saying? So, but and then just like, okay, you came all the way from there. What are you gonna do? You gonna be like, get out? You know what I'm saying? You did the tat, and it didn't start cranking until like I was kind of like into it anyway.
Oh,
I was
man.
just like, oh yeah, got it.
You done started, you done pulled the line, you probably halfway, you smelling that joint.
Yeah,
That joint probably rinking. That joint.
Hey, what's the tattoo idea you had to talk somebody out of getting? And it's easy to say people names. Not people names. That's something else. Not people names.
This is guy that wanted it. Well, so a couple came in, and the girl wanted a certain tat, but the guy didn't. Like, I guess maybe he just wanted to get the tat with her, but it was a feminine tat though. Like it was very dainty, but he wanted to get it. I was like, you sure you don't want a different font or you know? That was just I don't know. Maybe he just had his mind set on it or I don't know. But
all right. So look, just recently, and I can tell you, I can go plenty of stories, but we're gonna go just recently. Just recently, it was snowing, and everybody was snowed in, but this one dude, you know what I'm saying? He's actually my folks. He had a Pathfinder, so he came up here, you know, and I got my truck, so, you know, I come in, I ain't never snowed off. So he comes to get his tat. This is my only client for the day, too. So he come to get his tat. This motherfucker, he be smoking. So I guess it's some shit called lollipop gelato or something like that. Something gelato or some type of weed, but he had the weed bag. And I didn't even really talk him out of it, because I was going to do the motherfucker, I wasn't paying attention, but it was a weed bag. I copied the joint. I copied the exact weed bag, flashed it up, and flashed it. He got the joint like how Tony Stark had the joint in his chest. It looked like that, but it was the weed bag. It said like lollipop something, right? So he called his mans up. He's psyched too. He's showing him, yeah, about to get this joint. You know what I'm saying? About the lollipop gelato. Diamond looked at that joint. Yeah, he was on the FaceTime. They said, nigga, you about to get a blow pop on your chest, nigga. He was like, man, this ain't no blow pop, nigga. This lollipop gelato. He said, nigga, that's the blow pop logo, buddy. Go Google it. That nigga Googled that shit, looked at it. He was like, oh, hell nah, man, hell nah, man. Then he looked at me and was like, nigga, you was about to do that shit on me? I was like, nigga, you asked. I figured you knew it was the motherfucking blow pop logo you getting on your chest. I didn't know. I don't even eat blow pops, motherfucker, so how would I know about what the fuck a blow pop shit look like? I don't even smoke lollipop gelato.
that's crazy.
You feel me? So neither one of those am I familiar with. All I know is you want a tattoo. You showed me a picture of it. You know what I'm saying? I flashed that bitch up, exactly what you sent me. And I was about to tat it because I thought that's what you wanted. He was like, nah, bro, you about to do that. You a wild nigga. And I'm like, bruh, you asked for it. Who the wild one? The wild one that asked for it or the wild one's about to do it?
I wonder where he at right now.
He up the street. I hooked him up. I didn't tat that on him. I ended up tattooing, I put something on it. It was vicious though. It was a risk taker or some shit like that. I put something vicious on that shit with the skull faces. I did some vicious shit. Like, yeah. But his homies definitely talked him out of that one. Which body part makes you go, yeah, this is gonna suck for the both of us?
The ribs.
I say the stomach.
Well, yeah, that too.
I say
That
stomach.
whole torso, I ain't gonna lie.
The stomach, because of the ribs at least got the bones right there.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm
they
saying?
be
The stomach is
breathing.
just the breathing, and it's a soft area, and you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta stretch the skin and all that shit. I think the stomach is one of the things like when you beat your child and you be like, it's gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them situations where I think nobody wins with the stomach. It hurts like fuck, and it's a pain in the ass for us to do the tattoo on.
And then be breathing.
Oh,
Sometimes they'll get
yeah.
the tad and they jump a little bit.
Yeah.
Mess up your whole line.
Yep. What's the most annoying thing people do in your chair?
What you mean, like the most?
The most annoying thing people do. What annoys you the most about what they do when they get in your chair? Moving.
Yeah, be solid.
Okay.
Solid as a rock.
Guess when they get in my chair, the most annoying thing. I think to me the most annoying thing is how can I say?
Or when they be rushing me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, people think that tattoos, I tell people all the time, I be like, I'm American. I don't speak Russian. Stop rushing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a process. You feel me? You gotta set up. You gotta flash it. You gotta stencil it. You gotta set up. You gotta make sure your shit's clean. You gotta do all that. And people want to get in and just get right to it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't get right to it. You know what I'm saying? Just let me do my process. Let me do my creative process. You feel me? And let me make sure that everything is sweet, because there's so many moving parts in tattoos. There's so many moving parts. You know what I'm saying? You can't just have one thing and do a tattoo. The biggest shit is the tattoo machines. If you have tattoo machines and no cartridges, you can't do a fucking tattoo. You have tattoo machines and cartridges and you have no motherfucking ink caps and ink, you can't do a fucking tattoo.
Yeah.
You ain't got no fucking ointment, you can't do it. It's so much. You ain't got no paper towels, you can't do a tattoo. So don't fucking rush me when I'm trying to get everything laid out and do my shit the right way, because you're scared. Oh, let's get it over with. No, I'm not. Listen, I get to it when I get to it, you know? And I'm going to do it as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes me longer to set up than to do the damn tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
it's for you. It's not for me. You know what I'm saying? Me making sure that everything is clean and sterile is for you. Me making sure that everything is what it needs to be is for you. Inspecting my equipment, wiping everything down. Everything that I do is for you.
Mm-hmm.
So don't rush me when everything I'm doing is for you. Don't rush me when I'm looking out. Like, that's all. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How often do people say, I sit really good, I could take this shit? It's some short shit. And for real, it's really a lie. They don't be doing that shit.
Man, I be letting them have it sometimes. Like, cause you could tell when you tatting them and they body tense and all that. You could tell that stuff. So it's like, you get off the chair, you be like, oh no, I ate that. Nah, I'm gonna let you have it though.
or they be
you
shaking.
In front your friends right now.
When they be shaking uncontrollably. You okay, bruh?
Like, yeah, no.
You having a conniption? That's crazy. What's something nobody warned you about when you got started?
Nobody warned me about?
Yeah, as you wish somebody warned you about.
Funkiness.
Funky motherfuckers. Funky motherfuckers.
Be funky.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. Listen, green. We know, okay? Green soap shows us who
Everything.
washes and who don't. You know what I'm saying? Come in, we wipe you, we shave you, we wipe you with the green soap and the paper towel. And that paper towel brown in the motherfucker, we know you ain't washed your ass. And honestly, it be kind of like the pretty shorties.
Man, I be hurt, bruh. Sometimes it just hurt my heart.
Man.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You be like, damn, she bad. Then you wipe the joint, and that shit brown as a motherfucker, and you be like, she don't wash her ass.
Man.
Or dudes too. I had this one chick, right? She know who she is. Man, she was getting something done on her leg, man. She took her motherfucking shoe off, man. Yeah, her feet stank so bad, and she was sitting there talking to this whole bunch of people. And I'm like, young, it got so bad. I was like, Slim, your feet stink, Joe. And she was like, I don't care. I just came from bowling. I was like, man, how the fuck you gonna come from bowling?
Shoes.
You had on them bowling shoes, somebody else's shoes, and you gonna come right in the tattoo shop and get something tattooed on your leg right by your feet.
She got athlete's foot.
I was spraying her feet with the green soap and shit. I was like, yeah, You know, green soap that helped me plenty of times.
Man.
I had this one girl. I was tatting her lower back and she farted on me, right? And I ain't even know. I ain't even know. It was a silent but deadly joint. That joint was so stank. It stank so bad.
No
It was so bad.
way.
I was like this. I said, Young, did you just fart on me, Young? And she was like, now mind you, this is when I was like, listen, y'all, I've been tattooing 25 years. This probably was like my second or third year tattooing,
That's
bro.
crazy.
And I was like, did you just fart on me, Joe? And she was like, you got this needle all deep in my back. She ain't even say yes or no. She just, and I smelt it though. Like, I smelt it. I was like, oh my God, you nasty motherfucker. I just, pop, smacked the shit out of her tattoo. I wasn't even finished with that
Oh my
motherfucker.
gosh.
I was probably halfway through. I smacked shit up. I don't do that no more. But she farted on me. That shit stank. And I was just like, that's really fucked up. You could at least let a
He
nigga
probably
know.
filled up the whole
Let me know.
room.
I almost tasted it. You know what I'm saying? It was
no.
bad, bro. It was bad.
No.
I was tatting the lower back, dog. She was bent over like right in
Oh
front of me,
my
bro. She gave me the
God.
whole gust. So
That's
you
like
know.
worst nightmare.
Facts.
Being a
It
tattoo
is,
artist.
bro. It is.
I be
man.
telling some people, I be like, look, just don't fart.
Mhm.
Just don't fart, and I'll be okay.
What's the grossest thing you had to deal with
Ooh,
in the shop?
the grossest thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I really had too many gross things besides a girl throwing up.
I was about to say, anything dealing with throw up, bro. Man, oh my God. In the Gabby shop, man, this one chick came in the joint and nobody even knew she was drinking. She was so on the low, man. She threw up on everything. And it was so bad because it was off the late and she threw up everywhere in the shop, and we had to clean that shit up. She was too incapacitated to clean it up. She drove up to the shop. I had to take her back to, I had to give her some clothes. She threw up all on the clothes, all on everything. We didn't even know she was drinking. And then come find out she was drinking like Jack Daniels. She was drinking like some heavy ass shit. Like, damn, Slim, you should not have been drinking like that.
Anybody that get Jack Daniels, you nasty.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
It's nasty.
What's the funniest or most awkward moment mid-tattoo?
Not even really awkward or mid-tattoo for real. More so I was tatting somebody, right? And like as I'm looking over somebody else, the little wall, they was climbing over the joint. I was like, what the hell are you doing? They was drunk though, bro. So I kind of seen it in my peripherals though. Like that was kind of weird. It was awkward too. And then this girl was trying to get him right and shit.
Oh,
He
God.
cool though. He was just too drunk that night, man. He cool though. He was just, nah. I guess he was trying to show something. And no, he kept talking about God too, like all night, bro. Like, it was cool though. I understood, some people, they probably going through something in life and, they probably, stop certain things in their life and they become this holy person, you know what I'm saying? They read the Bible every day now, they wake up, do whatever,
Yeah.
I don't know, but.
I had somebody pass out watching somebody else get a tattoo.
What?
They didn't even get the tattoo. They passed out watching somebody else. That's how I know all this shit be in people's head, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mine don't matter.
And the first time I've seen it happen a few times. Not even just once, but a few times. First time it happened was my first year tatting. And because it was the first time happening, everything was a big deal. So every time they called an ambulance for him, all this stuff, he coming through the shop. So what happened was he came in, brought his girl to get tatted. His girl got tatted. And when she got finished, just got finished with the joint. And my man was like, yeah, all right, everything done, pay me. And he looked at that and dude just passed out. So the owner of the property, that we were renting from, he was just so happened to have been there. He called 911, ambulance, all these motherfuckers coming. They got him laid out on the couch and shit. Now mind you, I know he ain't even getting no tat. I went over to him and whispered, I said, you old bitch ass motherfuckers, you got these motherfuckers coming up here for this shit. You ain't even getting no goddamn tattoo, man. the fuck, man? What, you ain't trying to pay for your girl's shit or something? Like, I gave him the whole business while he was like laid out like this and shit, passed out in the motherfucking joint. I was in that nigga ear cussing his ass out, and I ended up booking this girl. So
damn, that's messed up. He
hey,
passed out and got his
first
bitch
year.
took.
This is my first year tattooing, man.
He
I
got
thought
his
that
girl
was
took while
crazy.
he was passed out. That's crazy.
Hey, you know, she's cool people too. She was real cool.
I hope
People. She
he
turned out
hurt.
to be like, and that's crazy. The people you meet, you know what I'm saying, doing tattoos. Like I said, I've been doing this shit for a long time. I've tatted grandmothers, mothers and daughters. You know what I'm saying? Like I've tatted 3 generations of people. So I've, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the people I met are like just real cool peeps. You know what I'm saying? Some of them you deal with, you know, on that level. Some of them you don't. You know, but most of them turn out to be real good people. You know what I'm saying? What's the tattoo that you straight up refuse to do?
Refuse to do?
Mm-hmm.
There's not really too many I refuse to do though.
Okay.
I don't really be refusing much.
I don't do. I'm always speak this. I don't do the sacrilegious. You know, I don't do nothing dissing God. You know what I'm saying? God ain't there to do nothing bad, do nothing wrong to me. So I'm not going to do nothing wrong with him. You know, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know what? I've never tatted a man on their foot.
Yeah, I can't
Never.
say that too. I don't
You know
want
what I'm
to
saying?
either.
I would never want to tattoo a man below the ankles, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Part
I
of
don't
the men's squad,
no,
but you
listen,
gotta get our feet together.
listen, no
right?
men, for me,
bunions.
no men from the belly button to their kneecaps and
It's
from their ankles below. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you know, I've always had, you know, my own little standards, and some things, man, when you draw that line, it's up to you whether you gonna cross that line or not. You know, and I don't knock nobody that do it, cause hey, I know artists that don't give a fuck. They gonna get their money. You know what I'm saying? Like I was playing around with some of the artists at my old shop. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking that shit, and I was like, yeah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Y'all out here tatting dicks. You know what I'm saying? And one of the artists like, shit, that motherfucker pay me. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I can't do that.
But watch this though.
Don't ever come to me for a tattoo like that. Nope. Not tatting no Johnson. Yo, wow.
No
Y'all
Honest
wild.
Johnsons.
I do not do it wrong.
No Honest Johnsons.
Tattoos.
So listen.
I'm
I'm not gonna speak this artist's name. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one day I get him out here and you know, he's speaking for himself. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely said it. I respected him for it because, you know what I'm saying, like, you are a super professional. If you're not into it, but you'll do it. But watch this though. Real shit. You know what I'm saying, I've had a lot of shops and I've had a lot of employees. He was one of my best when it came to tattoos. You know what I'm saying? Real shit, you know. So nobody ever fucked with him about it, you know what I'm saying? But he just was comfortable in his skin and he just didn't care. And I respected him for that. You know why? Because I ain't doing it. You feel me? So
Nothing against it.
nothing against it at all. Listen,
I'm not that wild.
I don't knock it. I actually admire when people do shit that I don't do. You know what I'm saying? That's actually a plus because I run a business and somebody got to do it. So if you do it and I won't do it, then you got it. Kudos to you. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you a shot in the shop if you can do something I don't do. One thing I liked about you, and one of the reasons why I fucked with you and I hired you was because you just definitely specialized in graffiti art. I'm not a graffiti artist. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not a graffiti artist. I do anime, I do cartoons, I do photorealism, I do stuff like that, but for some reason graffiti just doesn't click with me. You know what I'm saying? I can see some graffiti and I can copy it. You know what I'm saying? If I can see it, I can draw it. But for me to make up my own shit and the graffiti people come in there and be like, I wanted this and graffiti, that and graffiti, I would rather send them to you than for me to try to take their money and do it, because everything ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? We all specialize in something different.
Just like how some people come for realists, I'll be like, look, I know some people that could do that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's somebody. That's why I love working shop-wise. You know what I'm saying? What's the biggest mistake you made early on that taught you the most?
Patience. Can't rush some things.
So what was the mistake though?
My mistake wasn't attention to detail when I first started. It was just like, oh, let me get this, it look like this. All right, that's good enough.
Oh, that's good enough.
Yeah,
that's the worst thing
a
new artist can say is that's good enough. It's never just good enough, especially when you're new. Honestly, 25 years later, it's still never just good enough.
Yeah,
you know
that's what I'm learning now. Yeah.
All right. Worst placement: ribs, feet, armpit, collarbone, or inner thigh.
Worst place. Say it again.
Worst placement for a tattoo: ribs, feet, armpit, collarbone, or inner thigh.
I would say the ribs. I ain't gonna lie, I don't really like the torso. Doing the torso, I'll probably get my own torso tatted, but doing the torso, just the breathing, the ribs, everybody say it hurt. It's probably one of the most painful, probably, out of all the areas. And yeah, just the rib, I would say.
Okay. What's the most overrated tattoo trend ever, in your opinion?
Neck tattoos.
You think that tattoo's overrated?
Yeah, everybody want them, but then when some people got some wild stuff on their neck.
Yeah, true.
They just got it probably because they wanted their neck tatted. They seen somebody else with their neck tatted, you know. Girls, they starting to, ooh, you got a neck tat, stuff like that.
All right. What's the sentence that makes you nervous the moment a client says it?
A sentence
that makes you nervous the moment a client says it.
I'm nervous, when they be nervous, I be nervous. Like, if you nervous, I be nervous too. I don't know how to really explain it, but I don't want them to be nervous. Like, I be trying, like, do things to, like, ease their mind, probably turn something on.
Okay.
You know, sometimes I be doing it for myself because I be nervous, especially especially like a tattoo that, like, it's a little challenging, you know.
Right. Would you rather tattoo a non-stop talker or a full-body twitcher?
Non-stop talker.
Non-stop talker, yeah. Twitching. I can't do it. Crazy. It's crazy. What's one thing that a tattoo artist pretends not to judge, but definitely does? Absolutely does judge.
Tends to judge, but maybe like finger tats.
Let me see. I would say name tats.
Name tats?
Yeah, because we pretend not to judge.
Oh, like when they be getting their spouse name.
Yeah, but we really judge. You know what I'm saying?
Man, y'all not even married.
Yeah, we be like, man, that shit ain't gonna last. The minute they get them, listen, guys. The minute y'all get y'all boyfriend, husband's names on y'all, it's like a timer for us, because we see it so much. Yeah. It's like as soon as we get it, we like, how long is that gonna last?
Yeah.
You might find some tattoo artists have a pool. You leave, they'll have a whole pool. Like, how long will it think it take before they come back? He comes back and gets her name covered up, or she gets it covered up. Sometimes you might even have that, especially if it's our clients that come to us all the time. So we'll sometimes we might have a whole bet on that joint. Like, yeah, I bet you that joint don't last. I had a Bama came in, got a tattoo of his girl, and came back the very next week and got that shit covered up.
That's wild.
I'd have won some good money on that parlay.
That's wild.
Biggest myth about tattoo artists.
That we be hoes, or we're
What's the myth in that?
or we be out here just doing things with clients and stuff. I be hearing that a lot. I don't be understanding it though.
I'm gonna be fully transparent with this one right here. So I don't. It is what it is. I was just talking to y'all about this shit earlier. You know what I'm saying? A professional tattoo artist learns from wisdom and experience to keep their dick out the cash register.
Yeah.
A professional tattoo artist. Because I'm gonna be honest, when I got in the tattoo game, man, listen, I got in the tattoo game, I was like 21, 22 years old.
Yeah.
I was young. I was making good money, and yeah, I was getting attention. You know what I'm saying? And I made plenty of mistakes. Listen, you guys, I got 7 children, 6 baby mamas. So I know, you know, how it is being. I was the myth. You feel me? But you learn over the years. You learn that you don't make you. It's easy to go out and find somebody rather than just be fucking your clients, because you fuck over a client on some personal shit that ain't got nothing to do with business. Yeah. They're not going to come back for business either. So not only did you fuck up a good relationship with maybe a good person, but you also fucked up good clientele, because not only is she not going to fuck with you, but some of her friends ain't fucking with you either. So you missing out on a lot of good clientele when you could have just went somewhere else and talked to somebody, you know. I'm not gonna put nobody out there, but somebody made a comment saying that, you know, if they weren't single, that they would think everybody was just trying to holler at them for tats. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about a tattoo artist. But my thing is this: if you're not hollering at women at your job, and you're doing your job with them, and you're going out and you're outsourcing by going out to a club or to an event or to wherever you go to meet people, then you don't have to you know, stick your penis in the cash register, you know. But so yeah, yeah, I guess that is a myth, but it's not really a myth, because it comes with learning. It comes with, you know what I'm saying? I think every tattoo artist has had their share of, you know, escapades and shenanigans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And every tattoo artist, and some tattoo artists get to that point where they realize that it's empty, and they rather have something that's real. You know what I'm saying? So, and, you know, so I ain't gonna say that's quite a myth, you know, because men, you know, we men anyway. You know, at least the men tattoo artists. I can't speak on the women tattoo artists, but the men tattoo artists, you got to go through your journey. And that's why when you first start tattooing, if you're with somebody and you first learn how to tattoo, they usually don't stick with you. You got to end up finding somebody while you're already tattooing that's going to deal with your tattoo
just
life.
Hit me too, cause like, yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. Like you could be with your girl for 6 years, right? You would always draw, but you had a regular job. You worked 9 to 5. Woo. Then you get to tattooing. You know what I'm saying? She's not gonna be used to your hours. She's not gonna be used to you being around all these women. Not only being around all these women, but women pulling out titties, booty, butt, cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Thighs, feet. It's some niggas with feet fetishes. You know what I'm saying? The whole 9 yards. They pulling all them joints out on you. Then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? A brother like you 6'7", bro. You know what I'm saying? I know them women. You know what I'm saying? You got the fucking light brown eyes. If you was with your girl and you learn how to tattoo and you get all the motherfuckers be on you and you do tattoos and you be getting all that fucking attention, she would not have the security to stay with you. Y'all gonna get into it, y'all gonna end up breaking up, and then you're gonna be single for a while and you're gonna be a myth. You're
But
gonna
if
be
it's
a
the
hoe,
right one,
you're gonna be a 304, and then you're gonna
one.
find someone. And then when they meet you and go get up with you, they're gonna be like, well, you know, what do you do? You're like, I'm a tattoo artist. They're gonna mentally prepare themselves to deal with somebody like you. See, your girl that met you when you were working for Metro or when you were working, wherever you were working, that's who she was mentally prepared to deal with. But then you started something new, and now you're getting new attention. She ain't gonna care when you go in the Metro, when you working in Metro and you dealing with Joe and knucking them, you know what I'm saying? But when you go into a tattoo shop and you get all these women around you, it's a different situation, you know what I'm saying?
But she know who I'm focused on, so that's all that matters. That's all that matters, man.
Yeah.
It really be the person.
If tattooing vanished tomorrow, what job would you end up doing?
Probably cutting hair again.
I was a barber before I started tattooing. I was like a barber.
Which is crazy because I feel like a lot of tattoo artists
We're
are
barbers.
barbers.
Started out barbers. Yep, I was a barber for 6 years, man. Shout outs to Let Us Cut and Design in Clinton, Maryland. My boss, Charles Lett. And then shout outs to Clinton One Barbershop in Clinton with my man Raynard. You know what I'm saying?
That's just
They was the first barbers that gave me a chance. And it's crazy because when I started tatting, I was cutting hair, and then I fucked up my first tat, and I thought that I was gonna live the rest of my life being a barber. And I was good with that.
Yeah.
But that would have been I would have been happy.
Cutting since I was like 13, and then I think I started tatting like 2016 around my going to ACC. And then I actually went to barber school, and then after barber school I just wanted to tat more. It was like, okay, but if I stopped tatting, barbering definitely.
Yeah, Trippy was in her academy when he first started working with me too.
Yeah, shout out to him
doing his thing.
Carrollton and stuff.
Last one of my questions there, man. What should clients stop doing immediately if they want to keep their artists sane?
Sane?
Mm-hmm.
Stay calm, man. You know? We also like to be pampered sometimes, you know? Sometimes we be sitting there for days or hours, not days, but hours. Hungry sometimes, you know?
Key always be hungry. Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. Key be hungry as shit, bro. Hey,
I be hungry.
Key
I'm
be
actually
like,
hungry right now.
man, he needs to be hungry. Man. We just came from motherfucking the store. I mean, the fast food restaurant. I don't know if I can say the name of it right now. But we just came from a fast food restaurant. Ate good. Hey, Key, please give them your IG. Tell them where they can find you at, man. You know what I'm saying? Right now, just promote yourself, bro.
You can find me on all social media, Tatted by Key, TATTEDBYKEI.
All right, man. And right now, I know they got that special going on at Top Dog Tattoos, but
me and Chop, we running it. We running Benning Road,
y'all
man.
running Benning Road.
Yeah, man. We going to the top, man.
What do you say to a client that thinks that you're just about the tattoo special? What do you say to a client that, you know what I'm saying, when they ask stuff like, do you do other things that's in this book? Or, you know what I'm saying, like it's like people just know you for that, and you don't want to get put in that box. So let them know what is your thing, you know what I'm saying? Not the specials, that the generic joints for the shop, but what are you? If somebody wanted to book with you and wanted your specialty, what are you doing?
I like urban style art, a lot of like street art. I like anime, like the Boondocks, Dragon Ball Z or something. I like that type of stuff. Graffiti. I would say, if anything, get cool stuff, get creative stuff, get stuff where people look at it and be like, "Oh, I ain't never seen that before."
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to get into color tattoos even more now because I'm dealing with a lot more people. So I like color a lot more now. Getting into different abstracts and
being the newest artist at Top Dog, how you like it, and what would you say is different than what you're already used to?
It's fun. But I always took tattooing as fun. I didn't really look at it as like a job or It's really my life, ain't gonna lie. If anybody knows me, this what I've been doing for, 10 plus now, so. Well, really 9. It's about to be 10 in November.
Hey, man, tomatoes,
Yeah,
bro.
but anybody know me, man. It's fun. I like doing this. I could wake up doing it, probably take a nap, then wake up again doing it. I never get tired of it.
That's true definition of passion, man.
Yeah.
True definition
I don't
of
really
passion.
be thinking about nothing else. Like, I scroll through my Instagram right now, it's just a bunch of tats. People be tatting. I just be looking. Like, ooh, I want to do something like that.
All right. Well, man, listen, you guys make sure, man, y'all come on out to the Top Dog Tattoos, 1260 Bennett Road, Capitol Heights, Maryland, man. Come check out my man, Tatted by Key. You feel what I'm saying, man? It's live and direct. Tattoo talk with the tattoo doctor.
Appreciate you.
We in the
having
Dog
me, man.
Chain Studios, man. You know what I'm saying? This show's brought to you by Top Dog Tattoos, Moorstone Inc., and Backsplash Consultant, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody stay blessed and be the change that you want to see in the world. Think about it. Cut this shit, we done.
We gotta actually have like